Hello friends, this time I'm looking at a song by Imarhan and the name of the song is Haboob and it's in standard tuning and I am playing two chords, mostly D minor and C major, and the riff goes like uh, I'm starting with open D string, then third fret of the B string, then first fret of the E string. Then I play open D again, and I do a hammer on and pull off from open to first, back to open on the thin E string. So the phrase is then I play third fret of the A string, then I play open G, then I do a hammer on from open A to the third fret of the A string, and after this I do a hammer on from the first fret to the third fret of the B string, and the hammer on is done by the third finger, so there's a kind of a jump from A string to the B string. So the whole phrase is like so this continues for some time. And the phrase that follows this is open D string, then first fret of the E string, then open D again, then I do a hammer on and pull off from open E to the first fret of the E, back to open E. And the rhythm is so the full phrase is slowly and after this you have another variation of this lick, and the next variation is this part is same as we learned, and the next part is a little different. It's an octave of C, that means third fret on the A, first fret on the B string, then you play open G, then third fret of the A again, then open G again, then you do a hammer on from first to the third fret of the B string. Now there's a beautiful piece of a solo that he plays towards the towards the end of the song, and the solo is it's in the same rhythm, 1 2 3 1 2 3. So that's the solo. The notes for the solo are, so I'm playing for the bass, I'm playing open D, and then I do a hammer on from first to the third fret of the B string, then I maintain the shuffle on the third fret of the B string, then I do a hammer on from open to the first fret of the E string, and I play it for 2 bars, 1 2 and for next two more bars I do a hammer on from open to the first fret. This is kind of an ornament, so it's two bars without ornament and two bars with ornament. Then I play the third fret of the E string, then first fret of the E string. The third fret of the E string I play thrice, so I play that for one full bar. After the first fret of the E string, I do a hammer on and pull off from open to first, back to open on E string. Then I play third fret of the B string, then I hammer on and pull off from first to the third, back to the first on B string. Then I do a hammer on from open B string to the first fret of the B string. Then I play the first fret of the B string two more times. Then I go to the third fret of the B string and maintain the shuffle there. And the ending part is third fret of the B string, then a trill, which is double hammer-ons from open to the first fret of the B, back to open, back to the first fret. So it's actually from the first fret of the B string, starts from the first fret of the B string, then open, then first fret of the B string again, and then open. Earlier I said open B, that's not the case, it starts from the first fret of the B. Then I play open B, then I do the same trill on the second fret of the G, second open, then open G, then third fret of the D, then second fret of the D, then I do a hammer on and pull off from open D to second fret of the D, back to open, then I play open D again, then I play, after open D I play 3-2 on A string. So let me play it once. After this I play on A string, I play 0, 2, 3, then I play open D thrice. This lick is second fret on D, then open G, then third fret on the D, and you repeat it. And then you play, this is a hammer on and pull off from open D to the second fret of the D, back to open, but it's kind of a late hammer on and pull off. It's not, it's a late hammer on and pull off. And after that you go immediately to the third fret of the A string, second fret of the A string, third fret of the A string, and you end it by 3 strikes on open D string, or you can play D minor chord. So the full solo is that was Imarhan's song Haboob. It's in the style of blues Torah music, and I've tapped out this song, and you will find the tabs available on my Patreon. I'll probably share the link in the description below, so you'll find the tabs there.
Thanks and see you in another lesson.